Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy, what is it, Saturday to each and every one of you. So listen, I was going to do a video yesterday and just kind of, I don't know, call out Brad Kimes on this on sudden 180 to, developers and, you know, wanting to fund developers. And so I decided, I actually recorded a video and I'm not going to share the video. I'm going to share that I did record it and kind of calling out the instances for why, developers weren't showing up to XRP Las Vegas 2024. And I was going to do a video. I mean, the video got messed up an hour into the video. This is how much information that I had after siphoning through months and months and months of videos that I actually listened to again to make sure I noted all the times there was calling out the developers saying we don't need developers and Ripple X already has developers and, having more developers is not the issue. All these other different kind of stuff like that. Actually notated timestamps in the whole nine, the whole 9 yards. But then I came across this morning, I was going to continue that recording, I should say. But then I decided not to do it because I came across a video this morning with Brad Kimes. Interestingly enough, interviewing interviewing blockchain background. So I said, well, let me listen to that. Let me listen to that interview. And so I did. And it was refreshing to see because blockchain backer, who I've been a fan of for quite some time, actually got his course, promoted his course, had people from the channel get his course because I had been promoting and actually we're kind of going through it at one time together. Who I'd always called the preeminent XRP TA guy. If you guys want to listen to the channel, I've said that, but it was interesting to see that he had the same very, very concerns that I had. And perhaps maybe even Crypto Eddie has been, kind of sounding an alarm more so than anyone else. But Blockchain Backer had these same concerns about the developers and the lack thereof. But he did it in a very interesting way, where I did it from or was expressing it in previous videos from what I saw in project growth and network adoption in places like Phantom and places at one time and places like Solana and Ethereum. This guy actually brought statistical data. Blockchain Backer brought statistical data to the argument. And data is, right, that's kind of like an undeniable thing, the data. And the numbers, for lack of developer activity, businesses being built on the XRPL, people actually hopping on the XRPL, they are alarming, like I've been saying in videos. But he brought the conversation about the divide in the community, and what's this gap in a community. He brought it from a perspective of statistical data, which I thought was great, but he also pointed out things that, things that we talk about with the lack of that effort from Ripple that was quote unquote promised for some stuff as well. And so I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to upload my hour video. And it wasn't even finished, right? It was an hour video. It was 2 pages of notes. Okay. It was 2 pages of notes. Okay. Addressing that issue, addressing my concerns for Brad Kimes and what was he really up to? Because I saw it as a lack of genuine concern about developers. I thought it was just a way, and I still do think that it was just a way to figure out how to bring in money for himself, right? Under the guise of genuine concern. Now, after watching this video today, I would say that it's instead of it being completely disingenuous, I would bring it up after today's video to little to no, right? Little to no, right? And that's better than just complete being disingenuous, right? So after the video that I watched with Blockchain Backer and Brad today, so which is better than, you know, So in any case, I'm giving a little grace. I'm giving him a little grace because I mean he did have the interview, and in the interview with blockchain backer, he puts himself in a place where he can be exposed, right? And so blockchain backer, in my opinion, did a really really good job and a great job of sticking to the point and not being caught up in the narratives and being swayed into Brad Kimes narratives. And Brad tried to do it, 3 or 4 times. But kudos to blockchain backer for not falling for that. The ultimate issue is the lack of participation. The ultimate issue is no developers. There's no participation from regular retail investors. And what BCB, blockchain backer, brought to the forefront is, why is that? Why is there no activity? And he did it in a way that I think was brilliant. I think that he called out, in his own way, he called out, this idea of waiting around for Ripple to do something, waiting around for regulatory clarity, because those are not, that doesn't stop a chain from growing, right? Solana grew, there's no regulation, there's no compliance, there's no clarity. Solana grew, and a lot of people in the asset of that blockchain raised in value. And this is the thing that we all want, but there was no regulatory clarity. There was no stablecoin legislation, yet it grew. And the reason why I say Solana as opposed to Ethereum, because everyone will immediately go, well, Ethereum got, clarity, from whatever the dude's name, Henman. That's why the builders went there. Oh, look, we don't have to worry about ETH being a security. So a lot of people will kind of go there. So what was the deal with Solana? Why did Solana grow? Why did that ecosystem grow in the way that it did? And everyone wants to point to meme coins, which is just fundamentally incorrect. It's just fundamentally incorrect. Now, Solana, does they have a lot of meme coins on there? Absolutely. But they still got Marinate Finance. They still got Margin Fi, lending protocol, right? They still got Drift protocol, where you can trade perpetuals, right? They still got Camino Finance, right? These are viable projects that solve real world problems, right? People want to be able to lend and borrow, right? People want to be able to stake, right? And so I say all this to say that you guys should watch that interview with blockchain backer and Brad Kimes. I'll give Brad Kimes credit enough for being willing and open enough to listen and do this interview. I will give him credit for that, for sure. My thoughts and on my end is, there's still a video or two to do. Needs to take down. Needs to take them down. Needs to, in my opinion, admit that he was wrong for saying that we don't need builders. And the reason why things aren't happening on the XRPL is because there's no clarity. That's nonsense, because you can't look at Solana and say that. But he made several videos, and again, I notated all of them. What did I just do with that? I notated all of them here in these 2 pages. That was like 4 videos where you're talking about we don't need builders, right? All that kind of nonsense. And the one of the later videos talking about pump and dump tokens and just nonsense, right? Just pumping up tokens and talking about the Phoenix project, which wasn't even a project on the XRPL. I don't know who the content creator in the XRP/XRPL community was that was involved in Phoenix. I don't know who it was. Quite honestly, I have no idea. I don't know who it was. But that doesn't have anything to do with builders on the XRPL and retail being involved on the XRPL and participating. It has nothing to do with that. And Brad, as usual, is trying to use that as an excuse to push his narrative. because it's just hard for him to just to say, I was wrong. All right. And so hopefully he'll get there. Again, respect for having that interview with blockchain backer, much better than the one with XRP Cafe, because he had a chance to really share what the issues were. He didn't. Where blockchain backer did express the issues and make sure he did get his points across, and I think a lot of us understand that, which is where kind of like people like Mickey B. Fresh and stuff are coming from, is if you're caught up in a narrative of, I think, waiting for this thing to happen because you believe that thing's going to happen and that's going to be the thing, it's a problem. And the data shows it. The data that blockchain backer express shows that it's developer activity and that it's retail participation that caused tokens to rise in value, which is interesting, was he used this last run, only 20%. 20% of the entire altcoin market actually retraced. 20%. Think about that. Only 20%. And I don't know why he mentioned, but he mentioned the four. I think he said something about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, and Binance Smart Chain. I think that might have had to been with the developer activity. But only 20% of the altcoin market actually retraced. And he pointed to the data that shows developer activity, people participating on the network, those tokens, those are the tokens that actually went up in value, retraced and maybe even created all-time highs. So I'm not going to do that video, Brad Kimes. I'm not going to upload it. I was going to upload it. Let me do this here real quick. Share the screen just to make sure. I listened to the rest of this in the car, but here's the video that I was going to do right here. You can see I referenced and started with this post from Vet. And you can see it's 58 minutes. This is 58 minutes, and the recording, because of Wi-Fi issues, stopped the recording. And it just got too late to continue it. So you can see it is here. This is the video that I haven't even downloaded. It's just in my Zoom records right now. And I'm not going to upload it because I have to, if I'm going to call him out for nonsense, like cursing out the community and, calling people, cancel culture assholes and dum-dums and dipshits, right? That new people coming into the XRP ecosystem will listen to, right? If I'm going to call him out for nonsense videos like that, I have to give him credit for being willing to do the interview, right? And so I would hope you guys I would strongly recommend that you listen to Blockchain Backer here. I'm not going to play it. That's the title, right? XRP Las Vegas 2024 recap and calling all XRP developers and builders. Helps on the way. Look, Brad Kimes has an agenda. What's most important here is that in this video is that Blockchain Backer got out the issues and the concerns of a lot of people in the community. It's not just devs and builders, it's retail investors as well. And so that is the most important part. Brad has his own agenda here, and I'll let you hear what, ultimately friend of the channel told me was going to be the agenda. But hold on a second, let's see if it starts here.
Where this is going. I'm not a developer and software builder, and I'm not either. And I'm never going to be. But I support them, and this is the way that I can support them. This is the way that I can bring the people that I've touched and build a relationship with in front of them. And if they have something that they can pitch that solves a real problem, that is believable to solve that real problem, to get others to believe in what they're doing, you're going to find the resources and funding. you know, and that may have something to do with me. It may not. Honestly, I just want to be able to bring that conduit together. And whether that looks like grant money or whether it ends up being some Shark Tank style pitch event where you got to cough up a bit of your equity or something, it's a big boy world out here. I'll let the grown-ups figure that out.
Right. So, I mean, so ultimately, you know, that was his way of being able to do it. That's not, I mean, look, like I said, 2, 3 videos ago, or 2, 3 live stream ago, Bill, let's go get your money. Go get your flowers, go get an opportunity for light to be shown on your project. Go do that without question. But the ultimate issue is like blockchain backer was saying, Ripple not following through what they said they would do. They haven't done it. And I will say this, you know, they made some commitments with their XRP, right? They made some commitment to Coil with their XRP. They made some commitment to Sentiment now with that XRP, right? Those things didn't work. So just understand, it's not like they're stingy, or it's not like they're not willing to do something with that XRP. I don't know if they're gun shy. I don't know if they want the case stuff behind them before they commit more stuff. I don't know. But that I do know that it is a concern with this billion XRP, and it hasn't been done. Blockchain backer actually in this video said only 1% of that XRP has actually gone out to people wanting to build on the XRP out. So I think it's important. And again, the thing that blockchain backer is doing here is you got to be able, and this is what I said in my Zoom video, you got to be able, if you're going to praise Ripple, you got to be able to say the good and the bad. This idea of trying to hide behind no negativity is just, it's bullshit. You gotta be able to know the good and the bad, and as investors, we gotta be able to handle it if some negative comes and something, right? We had to suffer through Coil. We had to suffer through Sentiment. Did it work? It didn't work, right? Ripple is a company, right? And the people are around here thinking that they're gonna get it right 100% of the time. It's just, it's like, it's naive. It's also naive to think that, in my opinion, it is, it's not smart to think that one company is going to come in and just make everything happen with their magic pixie dust, right? And they're going to just make everything happen for XRP holders. I just don't think that's smart to think that. I don't think that's smart. And like we've done in videos and live streams, like we've pointed out before, Solana didn't wait on something to make something happen. The Solana community went out and made it happen. They made it happen. And are you suggesting to me that you would not have liked to have been early in Solana the same way that you're early in XRP for less than $1? Are you sitting here suggesting to me that you would not have liked to have had that in your portfolio? Of course you would have. Of course you would have. And just don't listen to the people talking about it's a meme coin thing. It's fundamentally incorrect. It's just not. So listen to this video for sure. And shout out to blockchain backer. I hope he's still not mad at me. I know I used his name one time in a thumbnail of a video, or maybe even a title of a video. I can't remember. And I remember like the same morning or next day morning, he's like, people are using my name in the thumbnails of the videos or in the videos. I'm like, oh, he's probably talking about me, right? But in any case, excellent job here. And I think this is a good start. Again, if I'm going to call out Brad for other stuff, I have to say, give him credit for willing to have this interview. For sure. He's got a long way to go to get some stuff right, but at least he did have the interview. I think he has to take down those 2 videos. I got the titles, no worries, right? And he's got to be able to say, I was wrong about the builders. I was wrong. Like, he's got to be able to get to that point. I don't know. And in the interview with XRP Cafe, it looked like he was almost there. But he didn't do it. He didn't say it. So anyway, shout out to Blockchain Backer. Go check this video, guys, out. Watch it. It's only 38 minutes long. But Blockchain Backer nails it. He hit a home run. He hit a home run on sharing the views very pointedly, very concise. So very, very good job from Blockchain Backer. Another video that I wanted to highlight here earlier, you guys probably should check out, is this interview with Brad Garlinghouse. And I'm just going to let you listen to this at the beginning, because I think that really kind of says everything. I don't know how they highlighted this so very good, but this is really, really good. Take a listen.
The US dollar has been devalued through inflation by over 90% in the last 50 years. There are waves of technology that happened where there's amazing tailwinds of value creation and opportunity.
Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple Labs, a blockchain payment solutions company.
If you're not taking risk, you're dying. If we're not failing a little bit, we're not trying hard enough.
What are some of the nuggets you discovered on how to actually attract and
I'm going
land
to copyright strike for this.
A players want to put their dent in the universe. You can't get them with money. One of my favorite profiles of hiring A talent is to hire failed entrepreneurs.
9 years in probably the most volatile industry we've ever seen. What has been the highest high and what's been the lowest low for you?
If you go back to when we got sued, it was a pretty dark time at Ripple. Learning that we had won all the things that we cared about, not just for Ripple, but for the industry.
Hopefully,
that was a big high.
If you could get the whole world to believe one thing, what would you want the world to believe?
Comparison is the thief of joy. Understanding that your happiness is not dependent upon someone else's happiness is super critical to the world.
Any predictions you have in the next cycle?
So anyway, hopefully I don't get a copyright strike for that. But don't know who this guy is. But this is a really, really good interview. So we already got 14,000 views, which is pretty cool. Highly recommend you guys check it out. World Class is the YouTube channel. World Class. He only has 1,000 subscribers. And he got 14,000 views in this video. Great interview. For sure, check that out. And again, shout out to Blockchain Back. I thought that was really, really, really cool. Brad Garlinghouse in this video talked about Tether, talked about, the ecosystem and what it's going to look like in 5 years from now in terms of the total market cap and things like that. We all know Brad BG is a smart guy for sure. So guys, do yourselves a favor. Check out both of those videos. The one interviewing Brad Garlinghouse and the one interviewing Blockchain Back. It'll be well worth your time. And it's probably better than listening to my hour-plus rant about Brad Kime. So do yourself a favor and check those things out for sure. Listen, guys, I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you have enjoyed the hangout, please hit that like button. And if you're one of the 50% or so, if you're in that group that are watching the videos and haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.